Hello, Jay Barrino here. Welcome back. We're playing Azeroth Reborn. I normally end missions with interludes, and I forgot. So let's watch The Last Guardian, get the dream team up, and then final mission, Twilight of the Gods. Now, the magic combo for Twilight of the Gods is Dryad Hippogriff Rider. Now, when the Reign of Chaos campaigns inherited all of the armor values and damage values from Frozen Throne, when Reforged came out, that kind of changed, but it's still a very good composition. I'm thinking we'll still use it.
We have no time for this, Furion. What are we doing out here?
Last night in a dream, a great raven spoke to me and summoned me to this place.
We were summoned here as well.
Who are you, Outlanders?
I am Thrall, son of Duratan, war chief of the Horde.
And I am Jaina Proudmoore, leader of the human survivors of Lordaeron.
You are not welcome here.
Peace, priestess. They've come to aid you against the Legion.
It was you in my dream. But who are you to make such an offer to us?
I am the reason for the Legion's return. Years ago, I brought the orcs into this world, and by doing so, I opened a path for the demons as well. For my sins, I was murdered by those who I cared for most. Despite my death, war raged across the lands of the East for many long years, leaving entire kingdoms devastated in its wake. Now, at long last, I have returned to set things right. I am Medivh, the last guardian. I tell you now, the only chance for this world is for you to unite in arms against the enemies of all who live.
Just that easy. Could have been an email, honestly. All those people killed. Now, Starfall timing is also important on this. You always want to use it when the double heroes come. I think it's like you get hit with one hero, then the second hero, and then they both come at the same time, which usually coincides with about a third of the way through the mission, which is to say, retreat to the next base. But if we can use Starfall effectively, then we don't need to do that. Plus mines, very, very good.
I'm sorry I'm late. It's just as we feared. Archimonde and his Doomguard are making their way towards the summit. He'll be here any moment.
10,000 years ago, we Night Elves defeated the Burning Legion. Though the rest of the world was shattered, we were left free to live out our immortal lives in peace. Bound to the World Tree, we are its protectors, and through it we were granted immortality and power over nature. Now, at last, it is time we gave that power back.
You realize that we will age as these mortals do. Our powers over nature will wane in time.
If pride gives us pause, my love, then perhaps we have lived long enough already. I will proceed to the summit and prepare our defenses there. Whatever comes, my love, remember, our bond is eternal.
Hear me, Night Elves. The time for reckoning has come.
If you can provide our bases with support and keep us from being overwhelmed, Thrall and I will delay Archimonde's ascent.
Your plan is a bold one, girl. Perhaps I have misjudged you, Outlanders. May Elune shine upon you.
Okay, get
Has
down
he
there.
dulled my senses? To arms, my brethren. To arms, brave orcs and humans. Twilight falls, and the enemy awaits.
Okay, we'll get a few more dudes on lumber while we wait, and then we want to get a
Priestess Tyrande,
wisp over
the
here.
undead have begun to construct a new settlement. It won't be long before they start attacking our allies.
Immediately.
So we set these up back here in preparation for
As the
infernals
goddess
later.
wills.
You can always go and buy
By
more.
Elune.
That'll be exciting. We're going to do that. Okay, you come on down here. We're just about ready for Tree of Life. 5 more lumber. There we go. The sooner we get this stuff set up, the better, obviously. And then between Tyrande and Malfurion, very, very strong heroes. We use Entangling Roots on the enemy heroes. We can grab some additional
The land and I are
trees.
threatens these lands.
Throughout to help, I guess. But mostly is just keep Tranquility up
The
and then
goddess
only use
calls.
Starfall when we absolutely need. Plus, we've got some healing wards, which do stack.
Ashrathoraman,
Can we do
Has
something like
sleep
this?
dulled my senses?
Yes,
For
we can.
Kalimdor,
the goddess
And he's
calls.
magic immune, so he can't be stunned out of it. You love to see that. We need Hippogriff training. We need, yeah, improved bows is fine.
the land and I.
Go and meet these dudes where
The
they're at.
undead are attacking. Send help.
Just Tranquility. For these early ones, there's really not much to do. If we can manage to keep the buildings alive for as long as possible, that's fine. It looks like she does repair them, which is handy.
Your building is complete.
And then he's just going to channel this for legitimate
Dulled
years.
my
The
senses.
cooldown is already going.
Research finished.
Okay, how we doing here? 5 wisps, and then that's not done yet. Upgrades. Honestly,
More
we need all
lumber
of
is
these. We
required.
need lumber, so let's grab a few more wisps for lumber. We can always
Research finished.
remove them and then bring them down to make ancient protectors for later.
I heed the voice.
But
of
generally,
Elune.
as long as we're
Your
using
building
these
is
spells when they're available, we're in great shape. I could also go up and buy more mines and lay them in front of these outlying towers, which are going to draw the enemies to us. These... Let's make sure our wisps properly go inside the mine once this completes. Keeping an eye on enemies incoming.
Your building is
They
complete.
do. Okay, perfect. Upgrades looking good. More wisps for lumber. We need marksmanship, and then we're going to go ahead and just bring Chimera and archers down here. Well, not Chimera, hippogriffs. That's it.
Research finished.
The sooner we can get some hippogriffs down
Insufficient
here, the
gold.
better. I must have started with some hippogriff riders. And did I see Yeah,
await your
Chandris is in
command.
here. She was
No
resummonable
Threatens
prior.
My strength is yours.
Your building is complete.
Okay, we roar.
For
We
Kalimdor.
move out. We catch these guys. Just in case they need something. I heard a Druid of the Claw die, but
Research
that's fine.
finished.
We'll need the supply over time. Crit Fiends are our biggest challenge just because they can web
The
our
land and I.
I heed the
our
voice.
dudes. You know, our dudes, the dudes. Strength of the Wild. Until we get more Dryads, I think we go Strength of the Moon. We're going to go mostly Hippogriff Riders for now. Mostly Hippogriff Riders.
Research finished.
We do something like this. I guess Moonwells down here would be really nice too. Got plenty of gold already. It's gonna be lumber, but once we get all of our upgrades, lumber will be less of an issue. So we do this.
Someone threatens the wilds.
Come on back down. What the heck was that? Oh, that was the saving. That scared the bejesus out of me. Yeah, more hippogriffs. I'm gonna need another Moonwell. These are normal hippogriffs. Can we put Chandris on a hippogriff? Wouldn't that be sick? Where is she?
Absolutely.
You can't.
What threat?
What would make this
Waiting
mission
on
also a little more interactive
Ready
in
to
determining
fly.
how like you spend your money and stuff is if you could. Wouldn't it be cool if you could like pay, like give Thrall money and he'd send units down
my
here?
aid
That would be
required?
really, really neat.
Ashrathoraman,
I would like that a lot.
so be it. By Elune, So be it. As the goddess.
Get mined. They are not getting mined. There they go. Okay.
Research finished.
Well, that was a freebie wave because of the mines. Guess what? We're gonna go and buy more. It just depends on how frequently they're
Someone threatens the wilds.
up and available for us to buy. I think there's some in those crates too. It looks like any overflow that doesn't fit in our inventory just go on the ground so we can keep that cooldown available as frequently as possible. Okay, this is good. Upgrades. Yeah, just more archers, and let's start getting dryads and hippogriffs, and let's grab another ancient lore. Let's just grab one of each of the other production structures that we want. That'll just let us reinforce as we lose stuff quicker.
I stand ready.
Something is amiss.
Done.
Research finished.
Okay, hippogriffs, move. Yeah, we need more archers. That's fine, the sooner the better. I did not load up because I F2'd. Get back there, Chandris. Not Chandris, Tyrande. She might miss the next round. I haven't used Starfall yet. I'm having too good to use Syndrome on that.
Take your time. Look around.
Mines.
The goddess
Mines.
So
Break.
be it.
Research
Boom,
finished.
boom, boom, boom. And then come on back.
I stand ready.
Upgrades. Sometimes I forget my +3 upgrades on this map, so it's important that we're making it happen. Boom. 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 There's our
Our allies in town.
all our stuff. Tranquility. He's a little far away. Did Chandris make it back? Not Chandris, Tyrande. I'm getting that wrong a lot. No enemy heroes yet. Dude, the Hippogriff's actually going to be okay against these, yeah, the nets are hurting us here. Against the Froststorms that come in. Okay, I think that's enough Hippogriff Riders, so now we're just going to make Dryads.
The great outdoors.
Other basic upgrades. Honestly, we could get Vorpal Blades, because we know how strong flippin',
So be it.
take this. We know how strong,
As the goddess wills.
what am I
By
thinking?
Elune.
You know what I'm thinking.
So be it.
Siege weaponry is.
Immediately.
Do we run her back for more?
As the goddess wills.
There's some on the ground.
The great outdoors.
How long do you think these
Waiting on you.
Hippogriff Riders... They're all going to get netted, and they're going to be clumped up and die to siege damage, I feel like. That's almost definitely going to be the situation. We could also get mercenaries.
Research finished.
The goddess calls. By Elune. As the
Can I help you?
Research finished.
Okay, we're staying heavily on top of the cooldown for the mines.
Research finished.
Maybe almost too
be
too
it.
much. This stuff back here, I mean, we haven't seen a Nethron yet. I think he's the one that calls down, get dusted. Get dusted. Yeah, it's left a little to be desired. We want to entangling roots. There's an Nethron. Okay, then do this.
Research finished.
They finally destroyed a tower.
We must lend aid to our allies.
My army doesn't seem that large, but I think it's because these Hippogriff Riders stacked up like crazy. That's all fine. What other upgrades we really want? I mean, sure, we can get some of those
Research
dudes.
finished.
Don't, Jaina, please don't. You don't need to throw your life away. Just Dryads, man. Yeah. They're pretty good. There's really not much else to do, except I could always run Furion back to...
Ashrathorama. Immediately. As the goddess wills.
I could just run Furion, like, all the way back to get some...
By Elune.
whatever's in those crates
outdoors.
up there. Doesn't he have an open slot?
The land and I are one.
I think there's a tome up there, too. Jaina also builds more units, you'll notice. In the past, like in the original version... Where are you going? In the original version of the game, she would build, like, one rifleman, one footman, and one priest.
Research
and that was her...
finished.
And, like, a mortar team. That was her defensive force. It was, like, very frustrating. But that's what we were stuck with.
The great outdoors. Research finished.
Yeah, like Stormcrow form. Don't make me laugh. They're incoming? Yes, perfect. Okay. We're going to turn and fight as soon as he comes back, because he has that. Now we hear my... Oh gosh, they're dying. That's fine. Can we make more? That was, those were some big hits. I don't know how many I heard die, but we're going to try and remake enough to get this army back up to snuff.
I stand ready.
Okay, solid, solid. We have levels.
Research
Were good
finished.
for this mission. Tyrande, we're going to get some more mines. That was a pretty rough one. Let's use Starfall next time. It's time we got to use some
I
Starfall.
stand ready. Waiting on you.
Come on, everybody. Let's rally down here.
Research finished.
Come on.
Say no more. Waiting on you.
Oh yeah, we lost I think 4 or 5, maybe even 6 Hippogriff Riders. That's a rough one. That's fine. We'll make more. We're gonna make some glaive throwers. They are very good, though we can't easily heal them. That's the problem. How is this guy still alive? Well, go bear form.
Your move. Ready to fly.
Solid roar, always good. Mines?
Take your time. Look around.
Ashrathoraman. By Elu.
Ah, I would have liked to Starfall this wave. Oh, that's Rage. Okay, they send each hero once, it looks like. The Entangling Roots. And then we do this. Yeah, see, whatever happened to my Hippogriff Riders last time is not happening here. I think it's because of the Doom Guards. Doom Guards never want to that care. Oh, no, they're getting roasted. Were they, like, too close? I think they just all get netted and maybe AoE'd to death. That must be the situation. This is also my chance since we have available supply. Let's go ahead and just get a lot of wisps.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
This.
I stand ready. Point the way. All
Too many archers. And then load them up, load them up. Yeah, I feel like I lost quite a lot of my Hippogriff Riders very quickly. All right, that might not be the answer here. I actually think Dryad's feeling pretty good. I think let's Starfall next wave, because all 3 heroes have hit us, so I'm going to assume that means that we're going to get dusted by like a double hero wave or maybe even triple hero wave. I didn't think all 3 different heroes attacked you in this case.
Research finished.
They must. Entangling, Starfall, Tranquility. This is like Mondo. This is my Mondo, my Wombo. Yeah, they're not gonna do great against that. Okay, delightful. Back up. We're capped. Okay, cancel those.
Waiting on you.
Hippogriff Riders. Just
What is nature's call?
Dryads.
Point the way. Ready to fly.
Right, lots of archers. Again, a lot of this stuff is very, very vulnerable to AoE, whether they're on the Hippogriffs or not. But the damage output is really, really solid. Okay, I was gonna say, I thought we need to be rallying the wisps down here. That's why I was building them. And then you two, yeah, I don't need this many wisps, so we can bring these down here, and we do a little static defense spamming, which honestly is not that valuable, but it's fine.
Ashrathoraman. So be it.
Mines.
Immediately. As the goddess wills.
I don't know if the mines do friendly fire in this version of the game. I don't know if they do in the base game, to be honest. It's something I just like never really followed up on. Let's get 2 more hippogriffs, because that's what we've got the supply for. Who's this? Asgalor. Okay. He gets dusted right away. That's what I like to see. As soon as he comes back, we Entangling, and then we Tranquility, and we get last level. I hear people dying. Again, we're getting netted. But, like, what are you going to do, you know? Dude, these flipping guard towers are still alive back here. And we're already at 10 minutes. I feel like there's almost no way we could lose. Let's send Tyrande up here.
Your building is complete.
I'm waiting for an enemy attack that is, like, overwhelming to the point where they, like, don't even... Like, it's basically like a very solid, hey, you're supposed to be losing right now.
Your move.
He's out.
Waiting on you.
Load up.
Ready to fly.
But, like, we saw how quickly our Hippogriff Riders can die in one wave, so we do have to be cognizant and careful. Spy all three, leave the other one on the ground.
As the goddess.
And if we could put 6 down, especially if the hero leads, like, Asgalor seems to always end up in the front. His first life gets wasted very, very, very quickly. I love that.
We can't build there.
I don't think there's much of a point in building these too close together because AoE, but I think the AoE has been, like, the cone of AoE has been tightened a little bit, so it might not be quite as aggressively
on you.
Let's get
difficult to deal with.
Absolutely.
Has sleep dulled my senses?
Upgrades. Plus, yeah, we need +3 for our Dryads. That's why we're making them. Okay, and Netheron's in, you know, that's Rage. I think he was deaf and decaying, so we were able to cancel it. Jaina's getting wasted. She's going to go down. Almost definitely. Yeah, that's unfortunate. This is a pretty big wave. Did I have Starfall available right now? No, I saw the little flash. That might have just been... I don't really know. It's fine. Yes, Jaina, get some upgrades, lady. What are you doing? Meatwagon waste my Dryads too. I might need some bears. I mean, I don't really have supply for bears, but just get a bear. Sure.
Has sleep dulled?
Is there trouble? I'm game.
What threatens these lands?
Tyrande, let's lay the mines down.
As the goddess wills.
We can do like mine wave. We do like one wave of mines, go and buy more. And then when the next wave will be handled by mines, which means the wave after that, we don't use mines and we use Starfall. And that's kind of how we can handle this. My glaive throwers have not gotten blown away. That's exciting. The biggest hero of this map, honestly, is the Goblin Merchant. And the original version of it, as Netheron would be dropping Infernals on us, which would make this a lot more challenging. So,
Waiting on you.
You ladies stay in the back. We want them to engage second. Here comes an Netheron. Just they're clumped up. We want them walking out of the mines, please. Good. Love the entangling roots. You love it.
We must lend aid to our allies.
The fact that Jaina actually makes a lot more stuff here is solid. I think we hit critical mass. You can see we're not losing as much each way. We lose a little bit of stuff, but nothing huge. Pushing from that to start. We should just hotkey a bear just to roar at the start of every single wave. That would be better. Yes, heal my bear. Do it. Jaina's back. It's good. I was afraid her base would go down in the time that we... In between
the great outdoors.
The waves. Wait, was that my mine wave that I talked about? That means next wave has got to be a Starfall wave.
The land.
Which hero is the worst? Possibly Rage Winterchill, because Frost Nova is going to be super, super strong comparatively. Any wave with Doom Guards, because the Rain of Fire does... It feels like Rain of Fire does more damage, but it's also just because it ticks faster in this version because the game speed is faster. But 6 minutes, I honestly feel like I could probably go hands off the keyboard as long as I hit Tranquility every wave. And the time it would take them to get through Jaina's base, and then get through Thrall's base, and then get through my base, probably in okay shape. That's famous last words, though, because you never know how this is going to end.
Away on your march. Thoraman. Your move.
What threatens these lands?
Right, go ahead. Yeah, that's I've never seen one. We want to Roots Asgalor. And they're far enough back that they're not going to get completely wasted by AoE, I don't think. What's even, like, is there Rain of Fire? I can't even see it if there's Rain of Fire going on in the back. you what actually we're doing. Mondo damage to me back there. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not actually sure what's doing most of the damage to us each each round. Also, the fact that she has 2 priests that keep me healed up each wave, man. I love it. Jaina's still alive. And I don't mean her base. I mean like actual Jaina. Her AoE is fantastic each wave. I mean, what else is there to do? I mean, we could bring these extra wisps on Lumber down. Do these ever get mined out? 7,300, 7,000. Because that's the only other thing is to spam static defense, but I'm capped, so I can't make more wisps.
What threatens?
The goddess calls.
I guess we do a mine wave.
As the goddess wills.
So I think the cooldown on Starfall you can use every 3 waves, or maybe it's every other wave. I'm not so sure now. Remember, we want to roar at the start.
Your move.
Here they come. Rage is in the front. I like that. Yeah, go. We want him. We want him to go over the mines. Never mind. That was a solid mine wave, though. If I do say so myself, make sure to attack here, just in case he starts getting the damage. Tranquility is just busted in the campaign. It's so busted, and the fact that there is a magic immune necklace previously is wild. Okay, and Starfall's not up, but we could go grab more mines. It's possible Starfall will be up the next time they come and attack. Yeah, so normally there are waves that exist on this mission that are supposed to coincide with like you're supposed to have to fall back. And that is usually when there's double heroes. It just doesn't seem like that's the case here. That's fine with me.
Hello.
The mines, like a lot of it just comes down to luck with when the enemy walks over them. Like it just depends on how clumped up they are. If there's like one infernal in the front and just happens to not, like it eats all of the mines before the other enemies are in range, then it's like, well, all right, too bad. And she has, okay, we're gonna Starfall this next wave. We could just keep that cadence going.
My senses.
And, you know, the peasants actually might be repairing my glaive throwers. I wonder if you just did like mass glaive throwers with a few bears in the front. That would actually be pretty sick. That's a big wave. Starfall here.
Great outdoors.
Roots.
We must lend aid.
Oh, yeah. This is exactly, I mean, the timing couldn't be better. This is the exact wave you want to use Starfall. That's a big wave. Okay, this is where they want to. This is where they want you to.
An allied champion is falling.
You can't kill Archimonde. He does huge AoE damage. We got rid of most of his infernals, so we just gotta run away. Let's just go all the way back to our base. We're gonna chill and let this end.
Our allies' must lend aid to our allies.
We're getting swamped here. We could use some backup.
Dude, do you see what's happening here? What am I supposed to do? Well, we might at least see the cutscene.
The undead have breached our defenses. We need help immediately.
Yes, ma'am. Really? 45 seconds left?
You are very brave to stand against me, little human. If only your countrymen had been as bold, I would have had more fun scouring your wretched nations from the world.
Is talking all you demons do?
Got him.
Stormrage, show yourself. Or do you intend to have mortal girls do all your fighting for you?
I wouldn't be surprised if the timer's up before they even attack
Priestess,
again.
the undead have constructed a new settlement. They are mustering new forces to send at us.
I mean, there's really no way
Are we being invaded? Is there trouble?
to stop that. He's invincible. Unless
You're
you get
under
the
attack.
furbolgs that do chaos
Send
damage, right?
reinforcements quickly.
Yeah, he does like Mondo. I think he does friendly fire though. I think he just killed all his own Doom guards. That's
Our
funny.
allies' town needs help.
I stand ready.
I mean, even with the Furbolgs, the attacks that he does,
We need help
the
immediately.
AoE on it is so huge.
Archimonde's victory here has made him overconfident. He will not see the trap that I laid for him until it is too late.
At last, the way to the World Tree is clear. Witness the end, you mortals. The final hour has come.
The Outlanders held him back as long as they could. Were you successful in planning the summit's defense?
Yes. Now our victory is assured.
Do we watch these normally? We've all seen them. Well, it's the last one. Here you go. We'll let it play.
The roots will heal in time, as will the entire world. The sacrifices have been made. Just as the orcs, humans, and night elves discarded their old hatreds and stood united against a common foe, so did nature herself rise up to banish the shadow forever. As for me, I came back to ensure that there would be a future, to teach the world that it no longer needed guardians. The hope for future generations has always resided in mortal hands. And now that my task is done, I will take my place amongst the legends of the past.
Delightful. Reign of Chaos completed again. Put it in the books. I'll be honest, I don't really have much to talk about. I just think that Synergy and at the Azeroth Reborn team have done a great job. They've learned and improved, and I mean, this was always a great project from the start, but I think the way that things have been rebalanced does require kind of a deeper look at how some of the balancing works. I think that came out the most in the Undead campaign, where you saw, like, okay, even though it doesn't seem like on paper it would be balanced in an odd way, the way that everything sort of interacts together now with the changes, this is now quite difficult. But there are other cases where it's the opposite. Now and then it would be like super easy. So with that in mind, I feel like they have improved a lot. The Orc campaign has always been my favorite in the original, and it was my favorite here as well. I do like the Night Elf campaign. It's just from the original iteration, there was a cut mission, so it just feels a little short. You never get that last final tier of unit, which is a little bit of a bummer, and it probably would just make the last mission too easy, which is probably why they removed it. It probably wasn't so much that the mission was poor, it was that the tech that you got, there was just no way to balance the end map with them in it. I don't know. Surely there is a way. I would like to see some interesting remixed takes on some of these maps. Like, there's different projects that do these revisits of campaigns, and this one is definitely more pure in its conception. But I would like the idea of like something that could make the holdout missions a little more interesting. Like this one follows a very strict formula. Something that makes holdouts more chaotic and less so about like a snap, just like a snap engagement that happens that kills, 50 supply all at once, and now suddenly you're just going to lose, because that's just kind of the way it is. With defense missions, I think it's a lot more fun to have the enemy be more, again, keep you on your toes with multiple things happening at multiple places, not game-ending things, but things that just draw your focus to different places. And then that also works really well with sort of this idea of mastering maps, because it allows you to learn what areas really need the most focus and which ones you can just put like, oh, here's one guard tower and that can defend that whole area for the whole map kind of stuff. And then like there's a mastery to it. But prior to that, again, there's that chaotic element to it, where I think that's what makes defense missions fun. Because defense missions always have this idea of like, well, you could make it 90% of the way through and then lose because of a poor decision, or like you didn't min-max well enough in the first 5 minutes, and then you never really got ahead, and now you're grabbing for scraps, you're clawing your way through, and then you just can't make it through the really challenging final 2 waves or something like that. It's a very, very fine balance that all of these old Blizzard maps did okay, but generally by making the maps too easy and boring. This holdout mission in the base game was always difficult, in my opinion. It's just also a lot of people would have a self-imposed challenge of, well, we want to keep Jaina's base alive. I don't know if Archimonde always attacked. I feel like I have a memory where Archimonde is not always attacking in the last 2 minutes. Am I crazy? I feel like he didn't always do that, but it's also something that I've seen in enough remakes of the map that maybe there was a version of it at one time where he does do that, or did they add that to the Reforged, or was that in the original version? Because I didn't think it was, and now I don't know. Is this a Mandela effect thing? Like a very niche Mandela effect thing. Anyway, yeah, just shout out to the team, because I think they've done a great job at making these maps, like keeping that purity to them, but making them still feel fresh and new. A lot of other projects, they do like massive tech tree overhauls, massive things, and sometimes that lands really, really well, and sometimes it doesn't. Whereas something like this, it's hard to miss so long as you keep in mind really specifically what you've changed, which is the game speed, the upkeep, the ability to have more things on selected at the same time, just that kind of stuff. And the team has only gotten better and better over time. So I look forward to the Frozen Throne campaigns. Looks like they're on a pretty strict schedule here every 6 months. So we'll see when the next one releases. We'll play the Sentinels campaign, maybe a little closer to release next time. I mean, my channel's it's just been kind of on and off in terms of consistent schedule. I'm trying to really solidify just the weekly stuff again. I was taking pretty lengthy breaks just with a lot of stuff going on. But I think now I'll be able to again, be a little more consistent. On the StarCraft 2 day, though, I have no idea. Like, normally on Mondays, it's StarCraft 2, which in this case is Warcraft 3 and StarCraft 2. What will be in this time slot next week? At this moment, I have no idea. So, we'll see. I'll see you next week. We'll see what's there. All right, talk to you later, everybody. Bye-bye.